And we're back live.
Oh.
The final break of the race is behind us. The final 2 hours are ahead of us. We just welcomed Oscar Hartwig.
Good to see that the endurance racing scene in Live Speed is still going relatively strong.
Yeah, we've been 30 cars at the start.
Yeah, I've been fairly disconnected from all of the goings on in Live Speed recently, but it's still good to see that it continues to live and breathe.
Yeah, what have you done lately? I see some stuff on Facebook. Definitely not all, but might be interesting to know for the others as well.
Past 12 months I've focused mainly on doing R-Factor leagues and had a moderate to good success in those. Dabbled a little bit in R-Factor 2 and discovered that that's still probably not quite ready for league racing due to netcode and connection issues to their servers at the moment. Not ideal, but again, lots of promise, and it's an interesting time as well, obviously, with the recent release of Assetto Corsa. Just seeing where all of the new sims are going. So we've had this previous generation, your GTR2, Race 07, Live Speed, and R-Factor, and we're starting to get ourselves into that new generation of the new updates to the tyre model in iRacing and R-Factor 2, and obviously Assetto Corsa coming on the scene now. It's good to watch, and it's good to see so much, business competition within sim racing, because it actually provides us sim racers with better sims to drive.
So yeah, at this point also thanks for you, Mouseman, for staying with us, and I wish you a nice rest of the race.
Great, thank you. Is Dom still alive?
Dom?
Wouldn't surprise me if he's having a power nap.
Well, he says he's been up for like 27 hours, or no, 30 hours, so probably a good power nap.
Yeah, probably.
I know that feeling. My housemates put me through much the same. It's not ideal having to wake up at 5:30 to make your way to Birmingham, only to have at 3 o'clock in the morning your housemates wake you up and the next door neighbour come and complain at you for them being loud. Recently in Live Speed, the GT endurance racing, has it been predominantly single class, or has there been much multi-class stuff going
on? There's been the 9-hour race of Genuine Racing, which wasn't much of a success. Other than that, before this series it's been single class with GT2 World Series and GT1 World Series, and those two were fused into this championship.
Well, this is pretty much still GT2 World Series, and then you just got some random GT1s in here.
Yeah, pretty much. If you look at it, we've got 11 GT1s and 19 GT2s.
And there's almost more people in the administrative section than GT1s.
this mythical red-named fraction.
Seems
But yeah,
the racing that lives on in Live for Speed is always its endurance racing, and presumably that's just because it's still one of the easiest platforms to get the whole driver swap long distance races going properly, because still there aren't any other sims that are performing that same function well.
Do you know by heart how to change driver change in R-Factor?
Yes.
Whoa! We've been trying to discuss, because everyone in the last stream, everyone knew a bit of it, and then we tried to put it together and noticed, this doesn't work.
You enter a server as a spectator, and then you'll have a passenger select key. That's assigned by you. It could be anything. For me, it's Q on my keyboard. You click on the driver that you want to hop into the car of and hit your passenger select, at which point they'll see you in the car with them. And then on the pit screen, where they can change their fuel input, tyres, whatnot, they also have an option to change the driver that's in the car, and when they go into the pit lane they just switch to you, and it will tell them that they're losing control of the car in a certain number of seconds towards the end of the pit stop, where it will put another person in, and the person that gets out hits their driver passenger select key to get out of the car and let the other person continue with their stint.
That sounds really confusing.
It is really confusing, and like I say, compared to something like LFS, it doesn't carry out that function even remotely as well.
Press T, done.
Well, that's the thing, that you could turn up to an LFS thing and near enough work it out for yourself if you hadn't learnt beforehand. The difference with our factor is there needs to be something written down in rule books or pre-race briefings about exactly how to do it. Otherwise you have huge issues, and not only that, but the driver swap system in our factor is buggy at the best of times, so there's never even any promise that'll work.
The hardest thing with driver swaps in LFS is when you're a driver and you gotta hit the T button. Sometimes your mouse disappears, so you gotta shake your mouse. That's the hardest part.
But everyone knows that LFS drivers, being that talented, can type a mouse, have a phone conversation, go to the toilet whilst driving.
I've heard
Or at least I'm
stories
pretty
of
sure.
people doing pit stops and using the pit stops to do everything that a human needs to do at times.
Yeah, I'm sure that over the years there have been many, stories within Live for Speed where people have done exactly that. During the pit stop, done one thing or another. Or I've got a story from R Factor over the last year. I was doing a 1 hour GT race in the rain at Spa, and on my first lap I got involved in a big pile up and had fairly severe damage. And as I entered the pit lane, my front door went, and my family shopping for the week had turned up. So whilst my car was getting repaired in the pit lane, I ran to the door, paid for the shopping and unpacked it all, and got back to my car in time to not lose a lap.
Wow.
That was fun. The frustrating thing is that I got more of an adrenaline rush out of unpacking the shopping than I did from the rest of the race. So that was a bit disappointing.
So Cole has been to the pit lane for the penultimate time. One pit stop left, and especially for Nita Alex it's going to be a short one, because of the final stint being for them just a half stint. Car 66 got a drive-through penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And it's their second speeding drive-through, and it's again by Blom. Just realized. On the first occasion he spun into the pit lane and was still too fast
It strikes me as very silly for that to happen in an endurance race. I mean, it's not like you've got one stop to make in a 1 hour open wheel sprint race, and every tenth of a second is like, obviously every tenth of a second makes a difference here, but it's nowhere near as crucial. You'd think it would be much more beneficial to take your time in and out of pit lane and save yourself the penalties that are actually detrimental to your race.
Yeah, especially if you see around the gaps as they are now, with 2 hours to go, they are pretty large, and if you lose a tenth on pit entry, or 2/10 on pit entry, it doesn't matter. And usually with enough training, it's between risking everything and taking it easy, it's at maximum 5/10 of a second. And even if we are counting that one, that bit up to, well, 8 pit stops, 9 pit stops we will have in this race. With 9 pit stops, that are 4.5 seconds. And the largest gap, the smallest gap we have at the moment is 5.7 seconds. Now taking a look at the 78. Due to the pit stops, we're currently a bit of shuffling through, though those 2 cars we are now focusing on are rather equal on their fuel strategy. The number 78 of Infinity Sports on P3. And on P4 it is Last Lap Motorsports. On the last lap Motorsports has been faster, so we're having to wait how this develops. If this is a trend, we will see a battle soon.
Ooh, 62, 2 wheels on the chicane. It's bound to happen. I just got a camera fixed on the chicane now. That'll happen sooner or later.
The XRRs to flip.
There's a few that's been close. The FCR of whatever they're called, NV. What's his name? Dustin Lundquist. He had it up on 2 wheels.
Dustin Lundquist, Nita Velox, you mean?
Yes, that team.
I did meet one ex-Live for Speed racer today, actually, come to think of it. I met Tom Parker for the first time.
Oh!
Of previous Tiger Express and Epic Racing.
Yeah.
Backing. Still turns up for the occasional oval race.
Yeah, I haven't seen him for a lot of days, weeks.
Yeah, I'd imagine that you'll likely see. Oh, I've just seen on the span off exiting.
Yeah, both have.
Yeah, met Tom Parker, and I imagine me and him will be around for things like the Kyoto 500 and 250 if they're going to continue to go on. Or I'll have Deco in my ear in a minute saying yes, they will. Or no, they won't. I don't know.
And they probably will. There's already a 2014 calendar for general plannings somewhere in one of the sections. (2014) NDR schedule. The Kyoto 250 and the Kyoto 500 will also probably return, but perhaps with some way to punish drivers more for damage, perhaps with in-sim control. Quote. Which shall mean that you are not able to continue a race if you've totaled the car. Which would be possible with LFS, as we have these magical mechanics in pit lane. Who can repair everything, well, except for the engine.
Oh, we got a car off! Who is that? Oh my god, down at the chicane. He just went straight off.
A6,
yeah. I don't know if he blew a tire or not.
That looks like
I'm
it was introduced by a fight.
Looks like brain fade, all the tyres are still attached properly.
Or he wanted to go the other way. Had a new configuration of the track. Going straight there.
See what I say? Set a camera up here, get a little bit of action.
Just do what 24-hour series do in real life. When it gets to a certain time of night, cameramen go to bed. You just get a fixed camera.
All these CCTV controlled cameras.
Yes.
Race control runs.
I wish they would have put an instant. So many times these poor teams have been hit today.
Far too many tends to be the answer.
I remember it was possible. Tell what Deco said. He could have done it, but he didn't feel like it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hard to always remember that there's a lot of effort that goes into keeping these events running.
I mean, today we could have seen how much effort it already takes to just provide a stream. Especially when suddenly the stream is running, but no one can see it for some reason.
Yes, and fairly, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some hefty loading over at SimRace TV today. Fantastic service that they provide. but lots going on in the way of endurance races today, and I think German and English stream over on a different league for a long race they're doing, so bit of strain and stress on the old system.
Parallel to this, we've had a 4-hour race at the Nordschleife, and also there is a 24-hour race from Bathurst, both in our factor.
Both sound right up my alley, actually.
And the Bathurst race even has 2 streams, because one is German, the other one is it was supposed to be English, but it sounded more like Czech or Slovenian or something like that. It
wouldn't surprise me if it's Ukrainian. My understanding is quite a few of the teams in that series are running Ukrainian outfits.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure though, and I wouldn't even waste my time listening to it because I wouldn't be able to tell you the language from listening.
Well, it didn't sound that Russian. I know a bit of Russian. I know a few words, and I know a few people with whom I had much contact over the last years. It sounded different, though. I can't tell you if it's because I expect Ukrainian to be very close to Russian, or if it's really completely different.
I think it's fair to say our knowledge of different languages probably isn't what it should be. Given how, well, maybe this is more me than you, the effort that everyone else seems to put into having an understanding of English, and the distinct lack of understanding that, say, I would put into knowing any other language.
I only know one sentence in another language, and that's Puedo ir al baño. Because in Spanish class, if you wanted to go to the bathroom, you had to ask in Spanish. So I kind of had to learn that sentence.
I thought you would have just picked that up from Phil Diaz.
Well, no, he connects TeamSpeak on his phone and then goes. So it looks like we're either going to have no safety cars this round, or we're going to have one with 2 minutes left.
Possibly.
Can I add, if there's one with 2 minutes left, I'll be thoroughly disappointed if we don't get a 1-lap shootout.
Well, we had a 2-lap shootout last round, and it ended in the leader flipping.
Yes, kind of 2-lap shootout.
Yeah, and it was actually caused by 2 cars of the same team flipping at the same corner on 2 different occasions.
Nice.
On the same occasion.
On the same moment, but 2 different. The incidents were separate from each other. It was not like they crashed into each other and ended up both upside down. No.
Oh, who are you talking about? Yeah, what Becca said. The 2 virus cars crashed, one at the beginning of the race, one at the end of the race. And then,
well, at least they're spreading the accidents out.
And then the alarm cars just stepped it up and did it at the same time, same corner.
something a little bit different. Real world racing. Dennis, what sort of stuff are you expecting to be up to in 2014?
Many great things to happen.
That narrows it down. Any specifics?
Yeah, I can say as much as I'm attending at a test for Oak Racing later in January.
That
Where
sounds good then.
I will be testing the LMB2. And so far the plans are, they are Le Mans for 2015 and Le Mans again for 2016. After that it's just not planned yet.
Any fairly big plans? Any seasons that you're planning on running this year? Or?
Yeah, ELMS is in the plans at the minute.
Fairly good. ELMS obviously still has a strong following of particularly LMP2 cars, I seem to remember. Normally get strong grids.
Well, it sounds good.
As long as you're not an LMPC, you're fine.
Dominik,
He's awake.
Yeah, I fell asleep, admittedly.
I almost did. Shoulder was pretty comfy.
I'm honestly, I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't fall asleep for like an hour longer. But okay. I'll take it.
You're back and refreshed and ready to take us to the end. You missed a lot, actually.
yeah,
No.
I made a shocking return to Live for Speed.
Well.
Absolutely nothing has happened since you left.
It's like, yeah, just like Chris Ford, I quit LFS, I will never be back.
I'm
I
telling
never
you.
said that I'd...
I'm telling you guys, hold on. Another few laps, that 62's going over. He's been playing, he's right on the rim of it. So
just
many times.
playing with death in the chicane.
Oh, he is playing with death, I'll tell you that. We are close to some action here.
Lefty car would be quite nice to bunch things up at the moment.
I'm not really following anyone, but on the mini-map I see 4 indicators pretty close to each other. And they're all coming to the chicane.
Remke Major and Kevin Loy having contact.
Yeah, that was... wait, no, no, never mind.
I must say, in this first try to start this race, we had more instants in the chicane than in the rest of it. Maybe it was a wind issue in the first race.
Doubt it.
I forget what direction. The wind was going in the opposite direction of what it is now.
It also would be a too nice excuse for the teams and drivers.
The tires were moving as every time they approached them. Always the same.
The walls are jumping into your direction and so on.
Exactly.
really hope this race isn't just a showing of what the 24-hour race is going to look like.
No, because the 25 races are a much shorter track.
It wasn't too bad on KY32, was it? Whatever that track's called. KY32B or how?
What a race
KY
will be at.
No, last year. GT1
That
World
was
Series.
just KY3.
Yeah, it wasn't? I don't know. That wasn't too bad. For being such a big track.
But it was just one class.
Yeah.
And don't forget how NX pulled away. Had at the end a lap to everyone. Wasn't it back? No, not really. Not. They didn't have because of the issues with the wheel of Simon.
Robin.
Matty.
Was it Matty? I thought it was Robin.
Matty.
Who was like, oh, I drive. Oh, my wheel has exploded.
What's the track called? KY31 or something? It's like KY30 and then you go through KY2.
Yeah.
We need to do that.
Oh, big hit. What is that? The GT2
63.
leader. 63. Straight into the wall. Straight into the wall.
Oh, massive right front damage. That car's toast.
That's GT2 class leader. Yeah, just wanted.
That was fly directly to your forehead. Now where's the second place? He's coming up to second last.
It didn't repair damage!
Well, that's gonna shake some things up.
That's
again virus.
That's the second time he's done that the same driver this race.
And especially the second time.
Unless something happens, he's just below the win.
He's done. Look at, he's gonna have to crawl this whole lap.
Yeah, and
That's like a
the
4
second
or 5
time
minute
virus throws away a win.
Well, they still
This
have
time-
car 54, who's in third right now. Provisional third at the moment. Who knows, maybe he'll get a gravel trap and we'll get a nice safety car.
Oh, it's even more broken.
Let's just hope he doesn't collect anyone.
You have got a twisted tongue. First you want him to be buried to cause a safety car.
I don't want him taking out anyone. He can, if he wants to take out himself, go for it, but... The right front's gonna go.
Probably, I think that's probably gonna improve the handling. That was a good idea. There we go. Taking revenge.
It was a much better idea than this Portuguese team.
Oh my god, no, please, we're done with that.
Wait, what happened?
Who just burnt their clutch and just decided to go
Oh,
to the middle of
that
the track.
one. And then they alt tab.
Yeah, they must have, because honestly they were sitting there 5 minutes with
Yeah.
exact same throttle, exact same revs, exact same steering position, not moving as a millimeter.
Ooh, mistakes out his teammate.
not rule number one of league racing.
Here's his tire.
Always.
Look, now he can actually turn. He's already lost 3 places, and
But I tell you, right there's some excitement.
He can somehow drive the car. Through the chicane. No car approaching from behind in time.
Repair all damage, yes or no?
Yes.
there we go. That's better.
And it looks like both Jack, Cedric, and Axel Falk will get by him. Oh,
Well,
Jack
Cedric
hit
doesn't.
Jack.
So they actually
And
fall back.
then he pulls
Oh,
in front of him.
whoa.
Oh my gosh.
My name is Jack, and making an inch close was my idea. What the hell?
Wow, he just now. That was a long repair. From overall 8th place to overall 13th.
Later Alex is in with a drive through.
That's what they needed.
Yeah, especially with Isaac and NX being so close. Yeah, Lundqvist said, I'm the slowest driver of this squad. And Isaac already grinned. The 3rd penalty for Nito Velux. Three penalties in 230 laps.
Still a better racing than Pastor Maldonado.
No one can beat Pasta.
No one's faster than Pastor.
Has the number 56 Savage car been making it to the top of the hour stints?
I don't remember. Judging from their tires, they won't know. Never in the world.
Tomek serving the penalty. And 62 goes around 89. And the 25 in the chicane, standing there with just minor damage, so that went okay. Martin Cabal takes over the car from Kevin Lloyd for the final time of the day. this is our current leader in GT2 class. And the orange car you see at the background, you might see in the background, like now again, that's actually the second place car, and they two are on the same lap. So there we still have some potential left. Means Hold and Infinity Esports, they are having to do a flawless final stint. Last Motorsport probably can stay out one lap longer. So they can save a tiny little bit of time. Both Infinity Esports cars on this picture, on this stream. The GT1 car waiting probably for the long straight to pass the GT2 car. Corner speeds are pretty much the same with both cars. Just the entry speeds differ.
In GT2 74 rest of the world just passed 77 Core Racing. And they are both coming up to the end of their stints.
Yeah, they've been in front for quite a while now. But Core actually closed the gap again.
Well, actually, Core had the lead, and the rest of the world just caught back up and passed them. And what happened? Nothing happened.
Just an ungentle having to avoid that traffic.
Oh! Rest of the world, left front puncture. Maybe Core will be able to get in the pits before them. Core's going to do another lap.
Well, Core had much younger tires.
Now, if his tires couldn't have made it to the hour, and he's pitting 5 minutes before the hour, well, the same thing happened again. Before the end of the race.
Well, rest of the world actually did a 1 hour 10 minutes stint with this puncture. So it should work out. Oh, Simon Cattell joining to do his first and final stint of the race for NX.
Now we're going to see some real punctures.
In for the final pit stop. Rommelfanger might bring it home. Contact between the GT2 later and the Virus GT1 car. NX in the pit lane. And the 77. So your car is in the pits as well. And the 29 are also in the pits. So Jenna, the second Jenna car, in for the final time. Mouseman takes over. rather busy pit lane. Ter Martin in for the final stop. Now there also is the final stop of Fast and Crazy in the background. There also is Genuine Racing in the pit lane. Less than 1 hour to go. The end is near.
Good, then I can go to bed.
Same.
I'm sitting here and my head nodding up and down. Then I'll probably wake up and then fall back asleep.
Violently wake up from what? It's not like there's any shockers in this.
No, you know how like your body feels it's gonna fall over, so you wake up.
Oh yeah, of course.
I hate it when you do that in school and you look around seeing if anyone noticed you sleeping. Hopefully some excitement will happen though. I'm ready to scream, just the second it happens I'm going.
Remco Major into the pit lane for the LLM GT2 car, which was in second position.
And Core gonna do the last pit stop, it looks like. Core GT1 at least.
Yeah. It does look so. Ter Martin comes into the pits. Well, he was in the pits just a minute ago, wasn't he?
Oh, they've done a takeover, just nothing else.
The bear in the pit lane in the opal colored car.
Are 7 and 9 fighting for position or something?
33 and
Looks
2.
like it.
Two's pretty far down.
Oh. Yeah, but I mean 7 and 9.
Ooh. Just sail, Alex. Just sail, Alex. Let's hope that doesn't ruin the pit stop.
No, I watched him drive around. That happens from time to time for him the whole time. Look the only one looking like he's gonna time out is number 6 Infinity car.
And Jacob Cooper is coming.
That's
And
surely
he-
it's not fair if he's gonna leave the pits before someone's even left.
Definitely not.
Timed out.
Well,
Yeah. Again,
Um,
second time for them.
Yeah, second time as well, I know. But don't make it any better the second time.
and they get a drive-through for that.
Can't really say it's not deserved. So it's not really. Well, it's not really the intent of someone to join before someone is timed out, especially when you never know 100% for sure that that person is actually going to disappear or didn't disappear. Okay. If you're wondering who the guy who's connected is, he's another one from the team that have retired ages ago with the clutch.
$52 minutes.
Yay.
Wolf got kicked.
He was just looking for his car.
Well, he's not gonna find it here anymore, is he?
Oh! I don't know what car it was.
What? That he's looking
But
for?
no, very narrow pit entry. Christian Kistner, oh dear.
Oh my. 63 Virus GT2 slams into the tires on the wall.
Like they still needed that.
After the pit stop, Infinity Esports is behind Last Lap Motorsport. So virtually, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's currently Last Lap Motorsport in the lead of the GT2 class virtually.
Oh, and Infinity once again.
O2 virus now hits the tires in the chicane. Virus are a fan of the tires in the chicane.
I think they're trying to play bowling.
Maybe there is some underground bowling competition ongoing we don't know of. It's a boring race, let's do something fun. Let's do bowling.
Core 77. So, oh, he's gonna be able to get it around. Did he lose position?
Yes, they do. So the world are through again.
Well, the 63 virus team is ahead of the rest of the world.
So both are through. Both have been behind the core 77.
Yeah. Core back to 6.
Final pit stop for Savage Sim Sports number 65.
But at the rate number 63's been going, he'll probably end up in the chicane, and then the rest of the world will pull a tire.
Wisniewski joining the server.
Funny thing is that they just did the personal best fastest lap in that car on the previous lap.
77 makes contact with 49. 49 goes off into the grass and spins. And 77's rear tires are cooked.
Arm trolley into the pit lane. Final time for Virus. Number 54. There comes Remco Major to enter the final 3/4 of an hour as the leader of the GT2 category. Jack Sedgwick doing a personal best lap. This means he did the second fastest lap of the race in the GT2 category. Fastest lap run by Team Virus. The 63 Team Virus, to be precise. Tomek got around Simon Cattell. Now in second place in G. Tomek still has to do a pit stop. So, as of now, it wouldn't work out for Nita Velox. This is the main contender for the GT win. Simhold and the Infinity is for the GT Cup. His gap is currently 3.3 second one. And on the previous laps they have been matching lap times pretty evenly. Let's take a look at this lap. Remco goes over the line. A 43.2 and a 42.8 for Holt. About 4/10.
I hit the massive brick wall. Not sure if I can make it the whole half hour.
Tomek pulled away quite significantly, increasing the gap from around 2 seconds 2 laps ago to 5.7 seconds, which will still not be enough to hold off Simon Cattell in the Nita Velox in the NX car. So the Nita Velox driver who has still about 20 minutes of a stint left. Hold now in clear sight of his opponent, while Jack Sedgwick does a pit stop. and exits the pit lane. Oh, big crash! Chicane! We've got the bear involved.
Oh, and the 77 car got collected! Oh dear.
And also a trolley. After throwing the win away, this doesn't make it better. So battle for the lead in GT2. Ooh, full risk for some hold there. Under the Michelin bridge. Or the LFS bridge in this texture pack. Through this club chicane. Now through the first hairpin and now into this right-left chicane. That orange car in front is the target. Orange and black car, more blackish from this perspective. The second LFS bridge. The LLM car is holding off the pressure for now. NATO Velox gap increased to 11 seconds with 12 to 15 minutes left in the stint. How much time do you need as a gap to go into the pit lane, to go out of the pit lane, and to fill up the fuel and to change the tires to what you need? I mean, with 20 minutes left, fuel can't be that much of an issue.
It takes 12 seconds to alone to change the tires.
12 seconds to change tires.
Maybe 5-6 seconds, something worth fuel, and it pass through the pit lane. Well, it's about between 25-30 seconds or something.
That sounds like a desperate task for the man from Poland and the NATO Velox car. But being penalized 3 times in a race, that turns to be a factor.
I certainly would have had those 30 seconds back if it wasn't for the 3 penalties.
Or just 1/10 of a second faster. Pretty static fight. Less than half an hour to go. So it's a fight for 5th position in GT2. With Core just having just having about 2 seconds of a gap to the 63 of Virus. Good exit by Hold. Hold in the slipstream. Hold goes to the outside. Round the outside, Remkmeyer breaks into the inside. The Jenna car has to wait. This is for the lead of GT2. The Jenna GT1 car goes round and clears them. Last Lap Motorsports leads this GT2 race. But Infinity Esports is working on it. You can only force it into here. Contact between those two cars. And now a bit of a gap again. The Conquest GT1 car is now behind and should be able to pass on the straight. It's now between those two. Ooh. View from the building of Remkmeyer. Again a blue flag signal for fast car from behind. Shouldn't affect them two into the final section of the track. That's the race leader, Koskinen, for Core Racing GT1. Ooh, that was one of those bumps you want to avoid. Contact with the tire. And now, won't be an attack into this corner. Oh, Remco runs wide under pressure here. And now it looks like Remkmeyer can swim himself through. "20 minutes to go." Now should be in the area where Nito Velox has to do a pit stop this lap, next lap, or the lap after.
I would say most likely this lap. Although I could see them pushing it to the absolute limit, but then they are just probably gonna shoot themselves in their own foot. Alright, Nugget goes for pit lane. Now this will be close. Or not, because
Kettle through the
is
final
gonna
chicane.
easily get through it. Tail's easily through.
And now there's not just moving. Case closed. Out of the road, this won't happen.
Unless Cattell is either gigantically slow or makes a lot of mistakes, I don't see any chance.
Which
for
isn't
that.
out of his own power, is it? Hold now in a pretty good position.
Oh, completely. Oh my god! Oh
Big
my god!
off,
He can...
that's
No,
happening.
forget about the big off. He can be lucky he's still in the bloody race.
Yes.
Jesus Christ! Wow. Well, that was as close as I saw a car to running over through that chicane myself today.
Some damage.
I wonder if the front scraping, that would be kind of a disaster if it was. Let's check. Doesn't seem to be, no. Even though it
Pretty
looks
decider
like
for the GT2 class, however.
it would be the second LM win this season.
Entering the final quarter of an hour. We've got Core Racing in front of NX and Nita Velox in GT1.
Just a bit either. They're basically 2 sectors ahead. They could almost do the Corvette racing thing they used to do at Le Mans once, which is get into the pits, wash the car, and yeah.
And we're hearing that the finish of the race might be off stream, off live stream.
But it's as live.
It's as live again. Anyways,
We have 13.5 minutes to go.
and unless someone falls asleep, we are having everything pretty much sorted. In GT2 we've got Last Up Motorsports, Infinity Esports and Team Virus in the top 3. And the car we're watching is Remco Maillard in the Last Lap Motorsports, number 52 car, leading the GT2 race. Botev takes a ride across
Is
the
that fun
sand.
one? Nothing seems to have happened, so no problem at all.
So yeah, what to say about this race?
I don't think there's a single team in GT1 that hasn't had a massive error somewhere in this race. When I say error, something really big happened.
Like spins in the chicane or
Timeouts and punctures and drive-throughs, lots of drive-throughs.
yeah, pretty penalty full race. And it's not like the Edmund. It was mostly speeding in the pit lane. Most of the time, at least.
Yeah, mostly it was plain speeding. 9.5 minutes left.
Also, I must say I'm pretty surprised about Jack Sedgwick's performance. It was really strong.
Just to see ISP wasn't.
Yeah, just Richard Branson wasn't.
Billy Branson. Got his priorities mixed up.
Yeah. Other than that, the race has been silent, which has a good note that people actually didn't crash into each other and at every occasion they got. But also, the bad side, we had at parts very big gaps between the cars.
Well, you know, at least one positive. The championship goes down to the final race in both classes.
Yes, it does.
4 weeks time, 24 hours of Kyoto National reverse, 50 points on offer, for, well, in theory at least. But technically it's 53. But, no, you can't, because you can't be highest climber and get pole, so that doesn't work, so it's 52 maximum. And that is more than enough to make a lot of teams mathematically eligible to win the title in their class.
Biggest loser today again for me, Team Virus. Throwing the GT2 win
The
away.
63, that was really, that was, you know,
Yeah,
the first
63
start,
Team Virus.
just throwing everything away. Oh, well, we don't know if it was their fault, the start crash, obviously, but doing the lap, getting to repairs, having repair on, having to do another lap and losing just a hell of a lot of time. And then it happened again in the second, and it really cost them the win. A win they probably should have had, but, well.
Yeah, because speed-wise, they had the most balanced team. They also did the fastest lap of the race, 2:39.91. That means they were faster than Putty, who was extremely fast, but after he left the car, it
Just went south.
It went
Quite
south.
badly.
They climbed back to 4th place, which is a very, very respectful finish. When they finish. But I think without the problem middle part
Oh
of
no,
the
you're
race.
joking. Someone's timing out, I think. Oh no, it's Corny. So okay, it's not one of the drivers. And he stopped lagging, so even he's not gonna time out.
Oh, Garbolowski! He took the shortcut, was way too fast into the into the chicane before the
nice.
second bridge.
Not many people go off there. Like, most people, you know, gonna struggle and like, just about slow down from the edge. Not many like to take the shortcut.
Maybe it was some kind of a moment of sleep. It also is 1 o'clock, 1:31 in the morning. For them, for us, 2 laps remaining
For the leader, that is.
for the leader. So at the end of the day, it's going to be 261 laps completed. 200.
You mean
No.
262?
262. Are you sure about that?
Well, Deco said 2 more laps, this lap and the next lap. And this lap is the 231. Plus 2
Yeah,
is next is
230.
232, plus 30 is 262.
Yes, sorry, correct.
For once I am. I wanna get the credit for it.
If I were Nick Lauda, I would now pull my cappy.
Oh, Cameron Cohen's finally my man. Oh dear.
Yeah, anything else to say about this race?
Hopefully the next one is better.
Yeah, true.
In terms of racing, because I don't really care about the racing, endurance racing can be dull at times, but some of the driving today was a bit, well, let's not talk about it.
Oh, crash! Cooper, what did he do? He ran into Rampemeyer and spun himself. And crashed himself.
Honestly, at that part of the track,
Yes.
the most likely thing for him to have done is, I won't even dare to say it, actually.
I don't want to. I'm thinking of the same. That's the problem. It was in the middle of the straight, so.
This is unbelievable. You all could continue.
It was such a strange situation. It was like the FZR got kicked away. It was as if UF1 collides with
He's got just over 30 seconds left on the timer. The time has expired in 2, 1, and it's gone.
Yes, and we're
To finally get the 11 and somewhat got those Hours of Aston to an end. Something which didn't happen in GT World Series,
car 77 now with a lap rear puncture.
Oh, and look where they are on the lap. They still have the whole of the S-list to do and everything.
Oh dear.
Takeaway, which didn't really look like it was gonna be theirs for many times during the race, but it is. Oh, what can you say about that? Or is it the win? Well, I don't know. At least they won this bit.
So we've got a winner in GT1. Now showing you the winner of the GT2.
Last car will be car 75.
Last Lap Motorsports wins their second. Oh wait, they've got plenty of a lap to do. Final chicane, don't flip here. No, he doesn't. Remke Major winning the second race for Last Lap Motorsports. Crossing the line. Ivanov finished. Simon Cattell over the line. In second place. Third place, Nito Velox with Tomek Nodjed. Meanwhile, I've checked the scene with Jacob Cooper. It was a very strange scene, but it was at least not what we first thought of it could be.
All cars have completed again.
All cars have completed.
Complete in lap. Top 3 in each class to start finish line. All others calmly and safely in lap to the pit lane.
We did it. There you have got the core racing car standing in the bottom middle of the screen. Oh, and the rest of the world spinning. They don't belong to the podium finishes. Some contact between people. Final results. Core Racing wins in front of NX Racing and Nita Velox. Fourth place, Conquest Racing. Fifth place, Genuine Racing, number 9. Followed by the number 7 of Conquest Racing. On P7, Team Virus. P8, Genuine Racing, number 29, 9th. Infinity Esports Racing. 10th, Last Lap Motorsports, the number 25, and Race Green Autosports in P11, that's the GT1 class. GT2 is won by Last Lap Motorsports number 52, in front of Infinity Esports Racing, and Team Virus number 54. Fourth, Rest of the World, 74. Fifth, Core Racing, number 77. Sixth, Team Virus, 63. Then Savage Sim Sports number 56. 1v1 outside mate. Core Racing number 66. And Iron Club number 88 in 10th. 11th, 62 Last Lap Motorsports, Gangster Squad, Asex Motorsports, and Savage Sim Sports 65. 15th, Fast and Crazy Sim Sports, followed by Team Virus number 58. Scuderia Gus Racing Team already retired, so did World Class Lions and Puncha Espedata Racing. These are the results of the 12 Hours of Aston, which turned out to be a very, very busy, eventful start of the race. With whatever happened, people are happy they finally can sleep. We're 44 minutes behind our scheduled finish time if everything had run in the ideal way. And this has been the penultimate race of the GT World Series. Tom, any last words from you? I think I take this as a no. Yes, no, maybe. No, that's a no. Okay, then on behalf of him, I say goodbye everyone, sleep well, and have fun watching the final on YouTube as we again have experienced some troubles for whatever reason they are. But anyways, hope you have fun watching this. Good night everyone, and see you at the 24 Hours of Kyoto National. And before I say goodbye, a big thank you to Jonathan Palmer, who did the whole 12 hours of race administration. Also to Stu Baker doing the safety car, Timo Hünjen, Jack Atkinson, Joe Letterello, and Cameron Corns. And yeah, everyone who's been around here in the broadcast booth. Also Isaac Price, who has helped us during the first tiredness to stay awake. Yes, so thank you everyone, good night, and see you at Kyoto.